Hey there guys, Frankomatic here, and this is Addict. I was provided this game by the developer, Janito. Don't mind the screaming. And he asked if I would be willing to do a little video of it. So I gave it a shot, and I do enjoy it, so I said I would. And here it is. This game will be available... Shh, it's okay. This game will be available Friday, the 1st, on Deshura. But for now, I figured I'd give you a little look to see if you might be interested or not, so you can decide for yourselves. I've gotten a little ways into this, but I haven't finished it yet. It has very retro graphics and a bit of story. It starts out pretty easy and very slowly but steadily ramps up the difficulty, adding new features every level you complete. It's kind of like a platformer slash roguelike slash psychological horror thing. The levels are, at least as best I can tell, randomly generated. And as the descriptive text says, pickaxes allow you to pick up blocks and put them down wherever you want, which is useful, as there is falling damage in this game if you fall too far. The bread is food, which essentially works as an extra timer, and the wings allow you to fly, making them by far the most valuable thing you will find, as it's a lot harder to go up than it is to go down in this. You can jump about 2 blocks high, but you can't always clear that second block. The object of each level is to find a letter, a box of abominations, and a key, and then find the exit. The story to the game, aside from these little layover texts, is told mostly through the letters. Because this game is not out yet, I'm not going to do a full run of it, as I don't want to spoil the story entirely for anybody who is actually interested in buying it for themselves when it comes out. But I figured I'd show you guys a little bit of gameplay. The first stage, as it said, does not have any dangers for us to worry about. Even these statues are harmless. That will change. Oh, how that will change. Oop, there's the letter. And as you can see, it's above us, so if we didn't have wings, this would be kind of tricky. The letter is almost always the first thing you'll end up finding in terms of depth for the level. I'll give you guys a little bit to read this. Anyways, now I just have to find that box of abominations and the key. And this is not a safe way down. Let's see if we can find a better way. Yeah, this is looking a little healthier. There is our box of abominations. I find myself not using the pickaxes that much compared to the other items. That might be contributing to the difficulty I'm having later on in the game. But that is a lesson I will have to learn at my own pace. Okay, here's the bottom. There's the door. Where's the key? Is it this way? Or is it on the other side? Looks like it's on the other side, because that's the left end of the level. Another thing I'm not 100% certain on is exactly how far you can fall before you get hurt. I think it's 6 blocks, maybe? Maybe it's only 5? But it's generally not too much of a problem. At least not early on. Where is that key? Also, if you put the wings on, it'll negate any falling damage you might have been about to take. So another reason to keep them around. Seriously, where is that key? I didn't accidentally pick up a key without noticing, did I? I feel like I've gone mighty high up. In fact, I think I've gone too high. Oh, I didn't mention it, but those 3 hearts in the upper right are our health. Since there's not a lot to actually threaten me in this level, it shouldn't go down unless I take a bad fall. Seriously, where's that key? In fact, I will take a bad fall. Get a bit of a scare cord. There it is. Tucked away in a corner. I'm right, the door's over here too. Where was it? There it is. Oop. The game controls very nicely. Also, now it is dark. It will stay dark for most of the rest of the game. Or at least up to the point that I'm at entirely for the rest of the game. And also, we have our first enemy, the Watcher. I will talk about him a little bit more once we find one. And we can now pick up the holy books, which will light up the level to the extent that the previous level was lit up, but only for a few seconds. Those are mainly useful if you want to see how far a pit is and you can't see the bottom of it. Oop, didn't really want to fall down there, but I guess we're going this way now. Oop, right there. That is a Watcher. They run in one direction once you get a certain radius from them. And if they touch you, they do 1 damage. They disappear once you get a certain distance away from them. Man, that actually kind of startled me. I guess it's a little late now, but I should probably warn you that there is some loud noises in this game. I hope it's not too loud. I hope I dampened it enough that it's not screaming at you too much. Oh, look at that, what a guy. Ah. Well, I'm already in bad shape. Okay, here's something you can do. Put a brick on him. If they haven't started running, I don't know how good of an idea that is. I would venture to say it's probably a not good idea, because they can probably just run back out of it. Also, since I finally found one, here's the Holy Book. Doesn't do a whole lot, but in the right circumstances, it can be very useful. Oh, I see what happened. Okay, haven't found any of the items yet. Nope, there's one. Sounds like things aren't all sunshine and roses, but all things considered, from the title alone, you were probably expecting that. I see our box. Let's get our box. Oh, there's a pickaxe behind that box. Okay. That is a lot of watchers. Let's just go around that. Okay, we're down at the bottom of the level. Whoop! Oh god, I'm dead. Dying isn't too big a deal, just resets the level. I want to try and do through the third level at least. Just to show that it does add things every stage you go. I believe the third level is also the first one that actually has a level-specific thing that happens for that level and that level only. Frame rate is not a thing I'm particularly fond of, but it's alright. Okay, let's use of our pickaxes. Axes. Okay. Collection and wise use of your items is the key to doing well in this. As you might imagine, that means I'm not very good at it. Okay. I don't want to deal with that watcher, even though I would like those wings. Okay, gotta find a way down. Always want to be going down. That's what she said. I can't believe I went there. I am ashamed of myself. Oh well. Okay, right edge of the map. I feel like we're getting around the level where we should be seeing the letter. That might have been a waste of those wings. Okay, where... No, maybe there's a bit... Yeah. Thought that was gonna happen. Whoop! Well, this is all going south all of a sudden. I'm gonna die again. Nope, if I die one more time after this seemingly, yep, inevitable death, if I don't make it through this time, I will just call it here for now. If there's enough interest in seeing more of it, I may continue after giving it a little bit of time before coming back to it. It wouldn't be immediately, obviously. That wouldn't really be nice to do to a guy who is trying to sell his game, but I do think it's pretty good. I don't remember how much he said it was going to cost, but I think it's a pretty good little game. And I am actually curious about how it ends. I just have to get better at it so I can finish the later levels. They do get much harder. In fact, this is actually probably one of the easier levels, and I'm still having trouble with it. Woo. I also haven't quite worked out the activation radius of the watchers there. That makes this a little trickier. Okay. Perfect. Oop. good, more books. I almost never have enough holy books. And I generally never have enough wings, but I think that's because I overuse the things. Okay. Let's find that letter again. You are not a letter. Okay, nothing so far. Also, items do have physics. A nice little touch. Ooh, haha. Well, there's the key. There's the door. There's the box. That means I missed the letter. It's up higher. Or at least that's what it most likely means. And I could be wrong. I might not always follow that pattern. But from what I've seen a lot of times, the letter is higher up than the other items. Oh, my wings ran out. I should probably stop using them so much, because I'm just begging to get myself in trouble here. Whoop. Yep. Okay, you know what? I said I was going to stop after that one. I'll do it one last try here. Let's get serious. This is my serious face. You can't see it. And I have already got myself into trouble, because I'm not going to be able to take this without getting hurt. My serious face is already failing me. Ooh. Okay. I like to try and explore right to left as far as I can before dropping further down. It's not always possible. And I have a stunning lack of pickaxes. That's a little worrying. Oop. Okay. I think I've been staying predominantly on the left half of the level this go. Yeah. I want that pickaxe, but I don't want to deal with the Watcher. Okay, we need to find that letter again. Whoop. If you have room to jump, the Watchers are much easier to deal with, as they're not too hard to jump over. But a lot of times you run into them in these exactly as tall as you are corridors. And they run faster than you, so you have to be careful. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay. Ooh, there's the letter. Well, how do I get up there? This'll work. Should have seen that coming. It says the same thing it said the last time. The contents of the letter are set per stage. Oh dear. One more time. I refuse to accept my stupidity. I suppose I could just back out and jump to the next level. In fact, I think I will, since you've seen everything in this one and it's just walking through the door. And I'll end off here. I'll do one attempt at this level. Ah. For all you people who want scare cams, I apologize, but I don't do that kind of thing. This would be an excellent thing to do it for, though. This level also seems to generate as a lot of very windy passages, whereas the other levels up to this point have been a little more open. This one's a little more claustrophobic, let's say. There are still some open spots, but they are not as common. And I'm out of wings. I only have 2 pickaxes. I'm not really in a great place here. Whoa. Whoa again. Luckily, I think those guys can only hit you once in a pass. Oh. Also, we got some ghosts. I see the letter down there. I want that. I see the box, too. Getting a little worried about height, but it's okay. Everything seems to be getting worse as we go deeper into our own mind. Isn't that always the case? Okay, get our box of abominations. It's that sound effect. It gets me almost every time. I don't know why. Okay, there's the door. I think that door might be behind walls. Well, that's obvious, but I think it might be behind a lot of walls. I don't have any wings, so this is... Calm down, buddy. Okay, there's the key. Well, do it this way. The real question is, can I get back? Have to do this in a clever manner. Okay. Up here. Okay, there's the door. Let's go. That's a problem. Luckily, it took the door over me touching that guy. This is the next level. I'm going to run around just a little bit. Yeah, this is the first level in which a special thing to the level happens, and that happens at random. It's a little disorienting. In fact, I don't really approve of this particular thing, but it only, at least as far as I've gotten, happens in this level. But anyways, this has been a slightly longer than originally anticipated look at Addict, which will be available March 1st. And I apologize about the flashing if any of you guys have problems with that. But anyways, later.